Hey, I'm just taking a little break and having a nice iced coffee. It's actually quite hot here today. I think it's probably about 30 degrees on the Gold Coast. I've just stopped at Palm Beach Lagoon on the Gold Coast, so in the background there you can see. It's actually dog friendly, this lagoon, which is really cool, and then even part of the beach around the other side, dog friendly, so you can bring your dogs off the leash and they love it. It's not far from my daughter's house, which is really handy, so I just thought I'd stop and have a coffee before I keep going on my bike ride to Coolangatta. When I was getting my bike off the rack of the Van Halen, one of the wing nuts had pretty much split, and so the thread was all totally stuffed on it, so it took me 3 times longer to get the bike off the bike rack, so I'll have to get a replacement for that, and it's travelled quite a way with me, so it's lasted well, so I'm not complaining. I've also noticed that my little drink bottle holder on my bike is part of it must be missing, because it's not holding my drink bottle anymore. So something must have fallen off it. So I've got my drink bottle attached to my backpack here, hoping that won't fall out, because I'm going to need the water today. And I've got a few bush turkeys here just hanging around. I'll show you. How blessed am I to have such beautiful weather and be able to do what I love and go for a nice bike ride and get some exercise, get some vitamin D, improve my mental health as well as my physical health, and just all before work, before I go and do a woolly shift tonight. So really blessed that they've been so happy to take me back and give me some casual work there, so it's always something to be grateful for, that's for sure. I wanted to talk about this woman that's been really inspiring me on YouTube. Her name is, she goes by the name of Dash. And I actually don't know her real name, but her YouTube is blowing up massively. And she's an American woman. I don't know whereabouts in America she lives, but she started her YouTube channel 4 years ago, and she'd just sit in her car and talk about food deliveries and her life and struggling financially and just about everyday life, and really raw, just her authentic self. And over the last few months, she's decided that she would just go a bit harder with that and be a bit more consistent again with her YouTube videoing and do it daily instead of weekly or whatever she was doing. And her YouTube just started to blow up. And over the past, I would say, 2 weeks, she has people from all over the world sharing her YouTube and just being so inspired by her energy and her positivity and her motivation, and it's just amazing because now she's been able to give up her job and she's monetized and she's earning really good money on YouTube just for being herself and sharing her journey, and now sharing and motivating others to do the same. And it's really motivated me to be more active on YouTube, and I was being very consistent, and I was posting every Wednesday and Sunday, and then I was putting a short up on a Friday, and that was a consistent sort of routine that I was committed to for quite a few months. And now I'm doing a few more lives, and I've decided to do even, some real raw footage. So instead of doing all of my videos fully edited and music and all that kind of thing, which, don't get me wrong, I've learnt so much from that experience, and it's been amazing, the right thumbnails, the right title, editing, music, copyright music, all that kind of stuff has just been a huge learning curve for me. add tag words and hashtags and all that stuff. But I want to mix it up a bit, and I want to do a few just raw videos and just put them up, and because my understanding is that's how she's doing it, and it's working for her. So it's always worth trying something new, isn't it, and giving it a go, and just seeing how it is, how it goes. And so, and yeah, I was thinking about this kind of even the other day in relationships, and I've always attracted in my relationships kind of the wrong men that have been financially needy. They haven't kind of had their financial shit together, and I've generally been a lot more financially stable than them, and I've had to kind of support them and rescue them and all that kind of stuff. And mostly I was attracted to men that were in debt, and I had the assets and that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, it's got me to a really bad place in my life where now I have no assets, and that's okay. That's all my decisions, and I'm not blaming anyone for that. I take that full responsibility myself. But the other thing with kind of getting involved in new relationships was always this kind of, I don't know, sense of having to feel that, butterflies and excited and can't wait to see them, want to jump on them, all that kind of stuff, And I just thought maybe that's just not right for me. Maybe that's just part of my problem, is I need to, kind of maybe establish a friendship and let that be a slow burn and see where that goes. And so it's just interesting how, if you don't change things, nothing changes, right? So I'm going to give it a try and give it a change and see what happens in my life. And in that respect, I've been single for 4.5 years, and so it's worth a crack. Everything's worth a try, isn't it? Everything's worth just giving it a try. And I'm all about that. I'm all about just jumping into it and trusting in the universe, and just, what's the worst case scenario? It's a worst case scenario, and looking at that worst case scenario and going, well, I can survive that. Like, I've got through much worse things in my life. I'm broke. I am completely broke right now. I've run out of money. I have been travelling for 10 months in Van Halen. September last year, I had a so-called friend that I thought was saving the money that I was earning from her property, doing Airbnb for 3 years. I thought she was putting in an account so that it would create a deposit to buy the house off her. That was the verbal agreement we had. And in the meantime, she had stolen all the money, $100,000 of money that I had built up and earned. And so I worked really hard while moving into my van because I was homeless for 4 months, my 3 jobs, and I saved enough money to be able to take off for a few months and travel. And while I was on the road for these 10 months, I have been doing a little bit of work. I've been doing a bit of dog sitting, which has been paid, and I've also been doing a little bit of film and television work, which was also paid, so that helped a bit. But now I'm broke. I have run out of funds, and I need to get back to a sense of some sort of financial reality and get back to some work while still living in Van Halen, and it by doing that it kind of enables me to save again. So I'm broke, but I'm not broken. Oh no, I am far from broken. I am coming back stronger, more resilient, more positive, and I just can't wait for this next chapter, whatever is coming my way. I'm embracing it with big open arms. So come along for the journey.